Good day, everyone. I am John Rolihao and I am about to discuss the introduction to Scrum. So, what is Scrum? So, a Scrum is a framework within which people can address complex adaptive problems while productively and creatively delivering products of the highest possible value. It is a lightweight process framework designed to help small, functional, and self-organized teams develop complex products. So in essence, Scrum is about enabling teams to work together to solve complex problems, encouraging iterative progress, collaboration, and continuous improvement to deliver valuable products. So it's a popular method in software development but can be applied to other fields that require a flexible and adaptive approach to project management. So to better understand this, we'll use our capstone project as an example. So let's use the Scrum framework in the context of capstone project. So first, di ba, sa ato ang capstone, magbuo mo tag team. So 3 member. So ana nga team na ay dapat na ay programmer, na ay project manager, na ay system analyst, na ay quality assurance, and technical writer. So, after ana, ang katong nga team maglista sa possible features sa ilahang gamon nga system. So, for example, ang title sa system is Veterinary Clinic Management System. So, unsa may mga features ana? So, na ay appointment scheduling, patient records, billing and inventory management ug unsa pa na diha. And then next stage, pilian to nilang important features nga ilang nalista from sa ilang plano, and then i-develop to nila in the first sprint. So kaning sprint, it means it is a set period ba, more siyag timeline, usually 2 to 4 weeks. So mura na siyag na ay deadline nga giapas sa unsa man imong buhaton ana nga pila ka weeks. So ari na magsugod og apply ang Scrum. Next stage, mag-conduct na mo short daily meetings para i-discuss og unsay dapat buhaton before ana nga adlaw, unsay buhaton karon nga adlaw, and unsa may mga obstacles nga pwedeng matubang in making the system sa ka-team. So, and then next stage, at the end of the sprint, so i-demonstrate to nila ang new features sa stakeholders or sa instructors, sa technical technical advisor, or sa potential users. And ang team i-collect tong feedback. And next, ang katong feedback nga ilang nakuha, mato ilang gamiton para mas ma-improve pa og unsa may dapat mas ma-improve, unsa pay dapat usbon nga sa ilang mga features nga na present sa ilang users, sa customer. Mo na mag-reflect sila atong nga sprint nga katong nga timeline para makita nila kung what are the things that went well, what are the unsa tong nga mga features, ug unsa pay dapat nga i-improve sa sunod na pod nga sprint. So sa capstone, since it's complicated man gyud, complex nga project, so it will daghan siya multiple sprints, kay dili man ang capstone, dili man jud siya madaog 2 to 4 weeks. usa ka sprint lang. So multiple sprints gid siya. So mo to siya ang example. In the first sprint, ang team mag-focus sila setting up the database para i-store ang patient information sa kuani nga capstone ha katong veterinary clinic management system. So i-store na to nila ang patient information and then maggama na sila user interface para sa appointment scheduling. So for example, and then by the end of the sprint, na sila basic but functional system nga pwede nilang ikapakita sa ilang customer o sa users o sa ilahang technical advisor for feedback. And then based on the feedback, no, pwede mo ang team pwede mag-decide og i-improve ang ilang UI or mag-add ba sila new features. And then in the next sprint na po to siya. So that's how Scrum works. So this is an iterative process or murag balik-balik lang ba. So this helps the team stay focused. No, they can work collaboratively and maka-adapt sila og dali ra sila maka-adapt og changes. Kay mura mag per module ang ilang gamon, per sprint na sila timeline nga giapas, which is gamit kaayo in managing a complex project like this kanang capstone nga nato ron. Ang nakanindot magud sa Scrum is ang paggama sa project is per sprint or per module. So nakay giapas nga deadline ani nga module. So dapat kana nga timeline dapat mahuman na nga feature or module. So muraging ana man ang gibuhat nato ni Ma'am Yulo, di ba, sa subject nga software engineering sa gipagama taniyag system. So per module ang iyang ipagama. So kani nga module 1 dapat next 2 weeks mahuman na, and then after next 2 weeks mo to ang sprint, and then after ato ipakita niya iyang check-on. So same sa Scrum, pakita ang progress nga unsay nahuman ato nga sprint, and then feedback si Ma'am Yolo nato, and then kani usbani kani nga feature wala na ni sa inyohang system, inga na ba. So mo nay nakanindot sa Scrum. So next, so therefore Scrum is an agile process, meaning paspas, that can be applied to product development projects that, so first, stick to specified deadlines. So sa ato ang capstone, di ba, napantay we have a final date to launch our system. Nga na. And then need complex requirements. So ang ato ang system, for example, the veterinary clinic management system needs to handle appointments, patient records, the billing, and more other features, and then still retain a level of uniqueness. So bisan pag naay daghang management system diha, no, ang veterinary clinic management system, this is tailored specifically for veterinary clinic gyud, and that's what it means to be unique. So Scrum, this was developed in the early 1990s. So kani nga method or framework gi-develop gini siya intended only for the use in software development, pero now gigamit na ni siya sa lain-lain nga field like sa mga group of teachers, sa mga factories, no? And that's how good the Scrum is. So the Scrum founders were Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland. So they introduced Scrum to the world in the mid 1990s. So mo na to akong gingon ganina. But the ideas behind it were influenced by their experiences and experiments over many years. So now ang Scrum, it is based on something called uh, the empirical process control theory. So this theory is all about learning from experience and making decisions based on what's actually happening rather than just following a fixed plan. So naa diri sa screen, so there are three pillars of Scrum. So those are the transparency, inspection, and adaptation. So later on, we will delve on those terms. So why Scrum? It's because companies can build iteratively and incrementally and deliver products that the customer needs in a faster and more efficient way. So it allows to incorporate customer feedback at the end of every sprint. This ensures that products align with the needs of the customer and value to the user, rather than building products on assumptions. So at the end of each sprint, 'di ba ang sprint is naman to'y 2 to 4 weeks. So after ato, they have a part of the product or features na pwede nang ikapakita sa customer or sa user. So they get feedback from the customer, and then they improve it ang team, or pwede ba silang mag-add og more features base sa feedback nga ilang nakuha sa customer. And then this means that they can adjust kung unsay ganahan sa customer, kaysa ang customer maghuwat og mahuman ang full project, and then ga-expect ang team nga mao to'y ganahan sa customer. So this approach helps to make sure nga ang final product is sakto gyud o mao jud ganahan sa customer. So it can be done quicker and less waste, less less waste, mas gamay kag So this approach helps to make sure nga ang final product, ang full system is maugyod ang need sa customer. So it can be done quicker, less waste, less waste because they're not spending time on things that the customer doesn't want, di ba? So Scrum is like a smart way of making things na ma-check nimo sa imong customers nga, and then ma-make sure nimo nga you're on the right track, you're on the right way basig gama na kag system niya igpakita nimo sa customer niya di day sila ganahan, so balik na pud ka, imo na pud tong alisdan. So that's uh, how Scrum works. So each time you show them at the end of the sprint, no, ipakita nimo ang unsay progress sa inyong team, the customer can tell you kung ganahan ba sila ani or they want something different pa ba kaysa sa gigama sa team. So that way, dili you don't end up nga ang whole system. So each time you show them, they can tell you if kung ganahan ba ana sila nga imuhang gigama or they want something different pa ba na. So that way you don't end up uh, with a whole picture they don't like, and then you can make changes as you go to make sure nga ganahan sila sa final product. So that's how Scrum works. You build a product step by step and then getting feedback after each step. So ang ending, giganahan ang customer. So not just what you thought they wanted. Di lang ka mag-expect ra ka nga money imong gigama. So you end up with something that the customer really wants, not just what you thought they wanted. So magama ra ka diha, ga-expect ra ka nga maganahan ang customer ani, pero ang ending di ay. So back job na pod, balik gihapon kas no, more time ang na waste. Next, Scrum improves ROI by reducing cost. So ROI stands for return on investments. So here's how. Ang Scrum, it focuses on delivering projects faster and more effective. So pasabot, you can start earning revenue sooner. So kana mas na-improve ang imuhang profit margin. So Scrum benefits both the project efficiency and long-term financial success. So it's a win-win. And then next is the Scrum methodology aids in eliminating wasteful procedures and skips unnecessary work that makes for a faster, leaner, and cost-effective product development teams and processes. So to put it simply, Scrum is a methodology that helps teams to build valuable products nga ganahan gyud ang customer, all within a short time frame kay per per sprint man. So it benefits both businesses and engineers by promoting collaboration, adaptability, and efficient delivery. So Scrum is therefore a methodology that helps in building products of value that find relevance and use among customers in short time, and thereby benefits businesses and engineers largely. Next is the Scrum framework. So the components of a Scrum framework include first, the Scrum teams and their associated roles. So naay tulo ka roles that will be discussed by the next reporter. Events. So those are the katong sprints, sa pa so katong mga daily briefly meeting sa team. Next is the artifacts. This will also be discussed by the next reporter. So artifacts mo ni tanan ang katong desired features, tanang enhancement, mga fixes. So sa atong capstone project mo ni ang mga to-do lists. So these artifacts, no, this represents the work planned for the upcoming sprint. Next is the rules. So, di ba sa sprint, tama tong timelines. So, naay rules. Dapat within atong sprint, within the 2 to 4 week set period, dapat nahuman na to ang inyohang dapat kamonon. Kay, in the next sprint, lain naman pod gamon. So, naay rules. Next is the 3 pillars of Scrum. So, first is the transparency. So, it means that considerable aspects of the process should be visible to those uh, responsible of the final outcome. So, this pillar is essential as it's a common standard, and the participants of a Scrum team will share a common understanding. From the word itself, transparent, clarora. Next pillar is the inspection. So, by inspection, it means Scrum users inspect Scrum artifacts to reduce unwanted cost and time and reach the sprint goal in stipulated less time. So, ideally, ang inspection should be conducted frequently and preferably by uh, skilled inspectors, as it is diligent process to be conducted at regular intervals, so much as part of work. So, inspection para ma makita gyud nimo, ma-check nimo ang unsay progress, unsa nay dapat nimong humanon muna. Next is the adaptation. So, the principle of adaptation suggests that adjustment are made to the processes or the materials themselves. So, when revision beyond acceptable limits tend to occur. So, this factor, it adds to one of the best advantages of the Scrum methodology, as it is directly influences the quality and the quantity of the product development. So that would be all for my topic. Thank you.